recording. I think I'm going to record this, and I'm going to start to share my screen. I think it's a desktop that I get to share. And we're going to first go to the learnaboutalphay.com. Now, I haven't really paid attention in the last few months to this site because I've been working on another one. But this is a site I created for you to bring your prospects to, or to be able to extract what you needed from your prospects. When you scroll down your site, you'll see that there's 6 little squares, and each of these squares lead to 6 videos. So for instance, if I were to press the first one, they auto start and they go right into a video. You can actually grab the link to this video
that elusive state
right up there, and you can send that link right to that person with that video. So it's a very quick way of capturing the video and sending one video at a time just by sending a link. I would not necessarily tell somebody to go to this site and just check it out, because it's not really guiding them. I would just pick and choose the things that I wanted to get. And if they were going to be interested in the business opportunity, I believe there's a brief overview. It's a short overview. It's a 13-minute
Welcome to this brief overview regarding Alphay Global. It's designed to give...
That is a 13-minute overview that Brian Lyles gives. So you might want to be on a computer with somebody, and 13 minutes isn't a whole heck of a lot of time. So that's a great opportunity to just be with them while they're listening to this on the Zoom, just like I showed it to you, and they get to get an idea of that. The links up top, there's only 3 of them. On the About, you'll see that all the videos, these are all videos. All these videos are the same videos that are here. So you just have 2 different ways to get to the same videos. You can go directly here, and you'd have to kind of watch each one to see what each one represents. It outlines, when you kind of hover over it, it will tell you like what each one is about. Or you can do it through the navigation right here, where it brings you right through. Then the products. If you have somebody, we have right on the top the organic certification. So sometimes it's nice to show people that documentation that shows our products are organic certified. Also, they're kosher and halal certified. So people, who have curiosity about that, that's always good to have that on hand. In addition to the products, we have the product brochure, where you can simply have them thumb through the products with them, or you can have them do it themselves. And as they look at the products, they learn about each of our products. They also see the prices, the preferred customer price, as well as the retail price. So all of that is there as well. And those are all PDFs that they can download to their computer. And again, you can send these links to them. Let's see, we have the 5-element formulations. What's that about? That's a video that talks about...
So you think you don't...
It's just bringing out... I'm not sure why that's in the product video. That should be changed. But we have here the longevity packs. As you know, some of us, like Tom Gillette, make a very good profession out of just selling the longevity packs. And this PDF just brings you right directly to that. And again, if you look up, you can just copy that link right there and send them that link, so that they're not being, they're not having to find that themselves. We also have the Alphay compensation plan. If you ever want to go through the compensation plan with them, you can just kind of show them briefly. Once you've studied it and kind of learn how to talk about it, you can show them how to download that as well, or you can go through it right with them in detail on what that's all about. And then we have the distributor opt. Now this one has to be changed. This is my option of how people might want to come in they can get their business license for $35. The builder pack is basically the builder pack that Alphay offers with the 30 samples of the coffees and teas and a balance of the balanced and calm. And then the leader pack is that same builder pack, but with the formulations added. And the executive pack is now that leader pack with the G-Cell and the Zemsold and the face mask added. So when I get people involved on a builder, leader, or executive level, I try to get them to increase their variety of products through the higher they go. So I always say that if you get the executive pack, you get really all of the products that you're able to get familiar with and market. Whereas the leader pack gives you all the formulations, plus the coffee and tea samples, and the builder pack just gives you the coffee and tea samples, plus the balance and calm. I am a big proponent of people, at least their first time, having the 30 samples of coffees and teas, because it's a really easy way to market our products and to kind of open the door to conversation. So I never deprive people of not ordering the sample packs that have the coffees and teas, where they can offer it then for people. So that's kind of I think that's the overview of our Learn About Alphay site. It's pretty simple. There's no links attached to it. It doesn't go to anybody's email. It's basically a site that I use a lot to make my prospecting easy. Any questions on that? Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask about this site before we go on to the Success with Alphay site? We all good to go with this one?
Yep.
Excellent. The next site is something that I created called Success with Alphay. Now, I'll tell you why I created this. We have so many great resources that are coming in to our organization, and so many links, and I just didn't want to remember them all in my head, so I created a site where I had everything linked to that site. Everything is there, so that when I want to go to the Facebook page, for instance, I scroll down and here's my Facebook groups. I could just press that link to the Alphay Daily Newsletter and bingo, it brings me right to the Facebook Alphay Newsletter page that we have. So I really originally created this out of just convenience for myself. And I offer it to everybody, but it has a lot of cool features. Now, before I talk about the features of this, I want to scroll all the way down and show you that there's a link called PDFs and Tools. And if you take this little arrow, you can go through each one, and these are all PDFs that when you press, will show you. I'm going to press one in particular, this one right here. And this is, I'm pressing this one on purpose because, Keith, this is really the formula for success. Even though I'm showing you all these fancy websites and all these resources that we have, there's really only one clear road on how we succeed with Alphay. And I use this as an example. This is Bill Britt. Bill Britt was an Amway distributor who passed away 3 years ago. He is known as the wealthiest man in network marketing. And he was an Amway distributor. He had 1.5 million downline distributors. 1.5 million downline distributors. Let's just say, for instance, you were making just 50 cents, off of each of those distributors every month. 50 cents. Let's say $1. Here's a guy that was probably pulling in about $1 million a month with network marketing. Now, we like to bring him up as an example because it's kind of my belief that if I follow the formula of somebody who succeeded, chances are I'll have a better chance of success. And here's what he did. He said he exposed the company's plan or the products to 1,200 people. Exactly, 1,200 people. 900 of those said no. 900 said no. I think that's over 3/4. 300 said yes. Out of those 300 that said yes, 85 did something with their commitment. And out of those 85 that did something, only 35 were really dead serious about succeeding. And out of those 35 that were really serious, 11 made him wealthy. Those are, to me, that's the clear path of how we succeed, guys. We have got to expose and market Alphay to as many people as possible. If we can hit 1,200. Incidentally, I've talked to one other network marketer who also became a millionaire in 6 months. And I asked him how he did it. He said, I showed the plan 1,000 times. It took me 6 months to do it. But in 6 months, I not only was making $1 million, but I had 5 people under me that were making close to that. And I stayed up morning, noon, and night doing it. I worked to the bone. But after my 1,000th time showing the plan, I never once again ever showed it again. Pretty amazing, huh? That's what I call passive residual income. So that's our job, guys. If you aren't showing the plan every single day to as many people as possible, you're not going to get anybody saying no or yes, for that matter. And if you don't get anybody saying yes, you're not going to find anybody that's going to do something with that commitment. And if you don't find anybody that's going to do something with that commitment, you're not going to find anybody that's going to really take it serious. And surely enough, if you don't find anybody that's taking their Alphay business serious, none of those are going to make you wealthy. Does everybody get, guys, that there is really no other shortcut? That these trainings that we're doing right now are great for us, but only as good as they keep emphasizing this point of showing people about Alphay and not being afraid to get 75% of them, if not more, saying no. And if you think about the 11 that made him wealthy and look at that comparison to the 1,200 people and showed it, I think that's only 0.1%. I don't think that's even 10%. Yeah, that's like less than 0.1. That's 1%. A little less than 1% of the people that you expose will make you wealthy. That's a pretty tiny number, which means you got some work to do. Are you with me, guys? So I wanted to show that first because it can be very seductive to spend your time on a site like this and listen to all the trainings and get on the Facebook pages and get all the downloads for the various things that we have here and read those books. But if that exploration does not translate into you showing the plan, then you will never succeed with Alphay. And the name of this site is called Success with Alphay. So let's go back now. You'll see that we have our trainer for last week, Denise Gagner, as the featured video of the week. So every time you go to Success with Alphay, if you have missed the training that we've had, you'll always find them on the featured video of the week. Now, naturally, that featured video will be replaced by the next one, but you can always go to the archive, which are right here, and all the video trainings that we have done are right there. Every single one of them, all archived for you. Even some you've never seen yet. If you go way to the bottom, you'll go and see even more. So you'll see right there that you never have to miss a site. You never have to miss a training that we have. And that the featured one will always be the first one. You can also, if you scroll down to the right side, you can also see that all of these videos are on YouTube. Now, this is kind of cool because you can see these at a quick glance. So if I press Denise's little video there, I can watch it right there on the spot.
We're shut.
All right. So and if I want to see Emily's video, I just press there. I can see all the videos right there on the spot.
Partner, because
isn't that pretty cool? So they're all accessible to you at an instant. All right. Going down the lot. So we have all our featured videos. Then we have audios. We have all the audios that we've done. And right at the top is the entire GoPro book with Eric Warray. And we have his entire book in audio form. But not only do we have his entire book, when you press any of these chapters, you also have not only the audio.
Chapter 1. Network marketing isn't perfect. It's just better.
But you also have the entire transcript. that you can read along as you listen. So if you are reader-oriented versus audio, you can read as you listen, which I think is pretty strong. And you have all of the videos in the Eric Worre book for you. You also have one of my favorite coaches, Jeffrey Combs. I actually paid for some series of coaching with him, and he really helped me through some tough spots. He has weekly podcasts, and I like to always list them there. I don't list all of them, but I list a lot of the ones I like, and they are amazing. I would really highly recommend you can go to any of these podcasts. And again, his stuff.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Combs. I am the president and founder of Golden Mastermind Seminars Incorporated.
And I have extracted all of the promotions of that he offers to coach with him or to go to the events. That you can go right to his page and get that. But I purposely extracted them so that you in no way were in any way being influenced to purchase anything. You want all of this content to be free for you. And I'm sure Jeffrey would not mind because I point the way to where he is, where he can be contacted should you want to. Then we have a lot of Facebook groups. We have our daily newsletter. We have Tom Gillette's. If I press that one, I go directly to his Facebook, and you can join those. And you're going to get a lot of really cool things from all the sites. You know, and if you want to learn all the other Facebook groups, and if you happen to have a Facebook group with Alphay, tell me and we'll just add it in there. We added Rupali's Facebook right in there. We even have Alphay International, where you can go right to their Facebook and kind of get all the updates. So again, I created this site to make my life easier. And I believe that you can make your life easier. You go to this site and you access everything. Let's see what else we have that might be interesting. Again, the PDFs and tools are invaluable. For instance, I just put this one up today. We just got this one from Scott. Keith, this is probably what you want to be doing right away, but if I press that, it brings us right to how we make a list. Scott wrote this one up. I think it's great. It goes over all the all the aspects of how we make a list, the 4 animal types that Denise went over. And if you want more information on that, 4 animal types, Denise did an outstanding talk on that, which is right on this archive. And I entitled it, Sorting Your Prospect is Knowing Them. And that's how I titled it. I hope you don't mind that, Denise. But really great. And she included 2 great PDFs that went along with her talk. They're right down in there. So I try to keep everything in there. Somebody, I think it was Emily, I can't remember who. Oh, this is another one I just put in there. A whole script. Check this out, guys. I just downloaded this free script for prospecting by Jeffrey Combs. These are actual scripts that he uses when he calls up people and prospects them. How to use them, relationship building, really cool. So he goes through examples of, how he converses with them. And you can get an idea of how to do that yourself. Somebody recommended Listening for Success. I believe that was Emily. And Amanda was very astute in finding, almost within 5 seconds that Emily was talking about it, a download. And naturally, I captured that download, and there's the entire book, Listening for Success, by Steve Shapiro, that Emily was referring to. So you have all of those really nifty resources right there for you. They're just going to keep expanding. One little piece I have here is the former CEO, Barbara Liang. I have all of those videos on YouTube. She did these talks in my living room in New York City, and I think they're priceless. So if you ever want to get them listened to, I believe that you can also access them up here when you go to more videos. See where it says more videos? If you press more videos, you get the entire archive of videos. I think I showed you this before. And there's all of Barbara's talks. If you press 1, it'll bring you right there and you get to listen to our former CEO talk. They're fantastic. So there you have kind of a quick overview of the Success with Alphay site.com. There really right now is I don't think there's a subscription form. You don't need one. You do need a subscription form to get the announcement for my personal list. If you are not getting any announcements of when we have our seminars, our trainings, which we have them every Wednesday and Sunday at 9, then just put your email on the chat room area downstairs, and I will get that for you. I also want to announce that next Wednesday, we will have our great trainer, Denise Gagner, talking about the 5 elements. Denise, would you mind talking a little bit about what your seminar will be this coming Wednesday?
Sure, I would love to. I have been teaching this class for quite some time, and I call it 5 Elements 101. It's the basics. And because I have been studying the 5 elements for 4 years and have been teaching it, there's more and more layers of information that continues to come to me. And one of the things that I have recognized very much is that we believe we are separate from the 5 elements and that we are witnessing them. But as you learn, actually, what we believe that we are witnessing, that we're just observing air, water, earth, but in actuality, we are one. We're integrated. We are part of the 5 elements. And so within the class, it helps us to understand that when the earth is changing, so is our body.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to hearing that one. As you know, Denise, I am a lover
Yes.
of that element, so I cannot wait to gain more insight. And I love your trainings and look very much forward to it.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, guys, I told you this was going to be short and sweet tonight.
Very informative. Thank you.
Excellent. And Keith and Kathy know that as we were talking, I added you onto the list. You will get a confirmation in your emails to confirm that you want to be on that list, and the rest will be magic. Are there any comments, questions, or thoughts that you would like to share before we depart? Because I have one thing that I want to run by you before we end the evening. So is there anything you'd like to share or that you have questions about?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I just wanted to say that Denise's course is worth the time because we are so unfamiliar with traditional Chinese medicine. And she just starts laying the seeds for this totally different worldview. And that's all. It's just very
Thank you.
very true.
Thanks.
Excellent. And Denise, could you send me the links for that so that I can put that up and get that announced for us all?
I will. Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay. Here's the thing I want to run by you guys. Is there anybody that does not agree with me that the only way or the best, well, I'm going to really go on a limb here. The only way to succeed in this business is to show the plan enough until you get your, well, for lack of a better term, your 4 aces. Is there anybody that kind of thinks there's another way or an easier way or just another way? I'd like to kind of get anybody's thoughts on that. No. We're all in agreement with that?
Yes.
So what we're looking at this formula is everybody showing the plan. Now, if you all are clear with that and you all are agreeing with that, and none of you have to answer what I'm going to ask you, how many times have you showed somebody the plan within the past week? Don't answer. But you probably know the answer is not that many, right? If we're all honest. So if you just told me that you are absolutely sure there's no other way to succeed but by showing the plan, And yet, within the week past here, and probably the week before, and probably the week coming up, you're probably not going to show the plan any more than you have been. There's got to be something that you're asking yourself, or there's got to be some reason why there's that awareness in your mind of why you know this is the only way to succeed, yet, on the other hand, that you're not doing it. I am not here to find out why. I am here basically to be able to say, guys, it's much better to say, I haven't shown the plan once this week than it is to come on and agree that the best way to succeed, and I'm assuming that everybody that's come on to this evening call, do you guys want to succeed with Alphay? Yeah, we all have a desire to succeed, right? So I think the best way to succeed, and I remember asking Galvin Koo, because Galvin Koo worked very closely with Bill Britt. Galvin Koo was one of the events coordinators for Bill Britt. And I remember when we were in China, Galvin Koo sat down with Bill Britt and said, give me the exact formula for how you did what you did. And Bill Britt gave him 3 words. I don't know if I can give you all 3 words because I remember 2 of them distinctly that never left me. Integrity, accountability. The 3rd one, I can't remember. But when he said those first 2 words, that's all I needed, accountability. And what do we mean by accountability? It means accounting for whatever you're doing in life without any judgment. Okay, this has nothing to do with judgment. I would like to be able to take a roll call every time we have a training and just have every person state, ask a question, have everybody go around, say your name, and say, this week, I showed the plan 0 times. I showed the plan once. It doesn't matter the number. It's not important that you did any, or that you did a few, or that you did 0. What's important is that you tell yourself and you tell everybody that's coming here knowing that the way to succeed is this way, and learning that quality of accountability. And I can tell you that there's going to be times when I come on, I'm saying, here I am, I'd like to start off. My name is Richard Anton Diaz, and I showed the plan. I didn't show the plan at all this week. And there's no judgment. I'm accounting to you. I'm being accountable for what I'm saying and doing. And I want to run this by you guys, because all of you agreed that this is how to succeed. Do you think that that is a worthwhile action to do when we start our trainings? Because I can assure you, as I promised, every training that we will do from now until the end of the year, which is December of 2016, we are going to focus on nothing but showing the plan. We are taking exception with the 5 elements, and we're breaking it up there. But before we do Denise's talk on Wednesday, I'm going to be showing this again and keeping everybody on track that, guys, this is all great what we're learning, but this is the road and path to success. I would like to get your feedback on whether you think that that would be a good exercise in accountability.
Anton?
Yes.
I think it would be great. It may need to be balanced. This is just a suggestion.
Sure.
With really assuring people how non-judgmental or punitive it is, so that people aren't afraid to come to the training.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I think it's a great idea. It would be great for all of us to get very comfortable talking reality.
Yeah. Yeah. We're talking accountability. And the beautiful thing is that we're not trying to fix anything. You know, my viewpoint is that wherever we are and whatever we're doing is perfect. You know, I was always told, I went to a training that was all about money, and the question was asked, what do you think determines income? How much wealth a person has? And everybody raised their hand and said, you know, some said ambition, and somebody said, you know, how much you really want it, and he said, the only sole thing that determines one's income is exactly what they need. If you think about the income that you now have in your possession, it's exactly what you need. It's not what you want. It's not what you desire more of. But the reason why we're all comfortable with exactly what we have, because as human creatures, we are very fixed on and happy with getting exactly what we need. It's pretty interesting, isn't it? And he was saying that if you're ever going to become wealthier than you already are, increasing your desire and your want is not going to work. You've got to increase your need. And that's a tricky thing to do, because to increase your need, you've really got to take risks, or you've got to do something that's going to make the game in your life bigger than it already is. And there's nothing wrong with playing the game that you're playing. What I'm trying to say is we want everybody to be happy with the game that they're playing, number one. And we want to really honor everybody's level of game that they're playing. But we want even new people like Keith, when he comes on, we want Keith to know the truth from the very beginning. You know, Keith right now is at the highest state of optimism and hope of anybody that joins the company. Why? Because he just came on. When did you sign on, Keith?
I've actually been on AutoShip for a long time, but I'm just getting started with the business part.
Great. So anybody that's just coming in or just making that switch, they're at their highest level of optimism and hope. And we need to honor and help them by giving them the solid truth from the very beginning. And if we always put this in front of them, they're always going to have that anchor of their pathway to succeed. And that's what I want to do. If you notice, that's why I've changed these trainings all the time to emphasize the aspect of showing the plan, showing the plan, showing the plan. So
one question, what qualifies as showing the plan? When you say showing the plan, what are you really referring to?
That's a great question. Showing a plan is kind of it's almost an acronym when we say STP. But showing the plan, that's a great question, and I'm going to tell you before we go anywhere, you're still seeing this online, right? So if I go to GoPro book by Eric Warray, it's going to be chapter 5 right there, skill number 2, inviting prospects to understand your products or opportunity. I would really give that a listen to. So showing the plan is an easy way of saying, how can I show the big picture of Alphay without overwhelming them with things they can't digest when they hear it? Showing the plan is showing them the opportunity of Alphay along with the products, along with the timing, in as little time and words as possible. Brian once told us a great formula when we were in LA. He said, the idea when you show the plan or show anything to Alphay is to do it in the shortest amount of time possible. The longer you do it, the longer it takes for you to show somebody about Alphay, the more likely you're going to lose them. Because if you can do it in as fast as possible, in the shortest time amount, with as few words as possible, with as many tools as possible, but in the shortest amount of time, that is the best way to show the plan. So I would read that chapter right there, Keith, and really get what Eric Worre calls skill number 2. You happen to know what skill number 1 is, Keith?
No, not off the top of my head.
Skill number one is all about making your master list. Right there, creating your master list. That list that Scott wrote up today, that many of you read, that is your number 1 skill. If you don't make up a prospect list, you have no one to strategize showing the plan to, right?
Right.
And remember that the best people that you're going to market to in the beginning are the people that are going to be in the people that you know, people that you've known past, present, and future under the sun, moon, and stars. That's where everybody starts. Do you know why that's the most important list to make? Because everybody has one, which means the people you bring in, you're going to be able to tell them to do the same thing you did that they have. If you tell them they have to advertise or put up postcards here or put a flyer there or go to meetup groups here or get on Facebook and social media and make new friends there, not everybody can do that. But everybody has somebody and people that they've known in the past as well as the present and all the way back to childhood. Everybody can do that. And those are the very people that you are recommended to contact with. That's where the whole ball starts rolling. It's a part of our duplicatable system. Yeah? That answer your question, Keith?
Yeah, no, that's great. I am working on a list, and I've sent several invitations. Of course, I'd like to send more, but the thing I'm working through is, building the rapport to be able to share with them.
Great.
And so, getting that timing right. But starting off looks good so far.
Beautiful. Keith, did you get to hear Denise's training that she did last Wednesday?
No, I've seen 3 or 4 of the videos. I need to see that one.
I would highly recommend it. It's right here. It's our featured video right here. I would watch that tonight because that's going to be very important in the stage that you're at right now in terms of how to get rapport, how to really understand the people that you're talking to from where they are and where they're coming from. It's a great talk. So I would really recommend watching that one.
Will do, definitely.
Beautiful. Guys, I hope this has been beneficial for you. I look forward to seeing our Wednesday call every Sunday night and Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have these trainings, whether you get a message for it or not. So just jump on. Tell your people to jump on. You can even bring your prospects to come on and see how fabulous we are when it comes to training as a team and as a group. All right? So I'm going to wish all of you good night and have a beautiful evening.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right.